It had happened the previous night, an occurrence so vivid, so hauntingly real, that even now, Sarah Nolan could scarcely persuade herself it had merely been a dream. I still cannot believe it. It felt too real to be a nightmare. Thus began the trembling confession of Sarah Nolan, a moonlit soul, a 19-year-old art student, seated quietly before her wooden art desk. The desk rested against a grand glass window, its edges delicately adorned with trailing jasmine vines and gentle lavender blooms that swayed softly in the morning breeze. The fragrance of those blossoms should have calmed her restless spirit, yet her fingers quivered as they moved across the pages of her diary. Her handwriting, usually fluid and graceful, faltered. He was ruthless. I don't even know who he was. I pray I never see him again. And yet, in my dream, no, I must call it what it was, a nightmare. We were... Her pen froze mid-sentence. A silence stretched between her thoughts, heavy and suffocating. We were together, in a way I cannot even say aloud. And the most shameful part, I felt it. I didn't resist. I enjoyed it. A faint tremor ran through her body as she continued, her cheeks burning with guilt and confusion. And when I woke up, I found myself... Another pause. Her breath hitched. I found myself wet. The confession stained her heart with a guilt she could not comprehend. She was only 19, pure, untouched by the harshness of the world, and yet the man in her dream. He had been no ordinary figure. He had been older, far older, perhaps well into his 30s. A man sculpted by time, hardened by experience. A man who exuded danger, authority, cruelty. A beast. Yes, that was the only word her mind could conjure. A merciless beast. Even now, echoes of that dream lingered, soft, forbidden sounds, the warmth of his touch, the weight of his presence. It had felt too real to dismiss. Her skin still remembered. Her body, traitorous and unfamiliar, responded to the mere thought of him. Sarah was a girl who believed in virtue, in purity, in a love untouched by darkness. And yet, something within her had awakened, something she neither understood nor welcomed. With a sharp breath, she shut the diary and locked it away inside her drawer, as though imprisoning her thoughts could silence them. Raising her gaze, she glanced at the clock. University. Time had not paused for her turmoil. Enough, Sarah. It was just a dream, she whispered to herself, though her voice lacked conviction. Quickly she gathered her belongings, stuffing her art supplies into her bag with hurried precision, before grabbing her house keys and stepping out. The morning greeted her with a gentle drizzle, the sky painted in shades of soft gray. The air was cool, inviting, almost poetic. For a fleeting moment, she longed to retreat back inside, to curl up with a warm cup of coffee, to lose herself in sketches, to imagine a love story untouched by shadows. But the moment that thought formed, his face, that man, brushed against her mind like a forbidden whisper. She shook her head violently. No, it's just a dream, nothing more. And yet her body betrayed her. Why? Why does it feel so real? Why is my body reacting like this? This isn't right. I should go to church today. Murmuring her confusion under her breath, she made her way toward the university gates, only to be halted by the security guard. Classes were canceled. The weather had turned unpredictable. A spark of unexpected joy lit up her face. The divine truly favors me today, she smiled softly, gratitude blooming within her. Without hesitation, she turned back, her heart already crafting a perfect day. I'll make hot chocolate, sit by the window, maybe even sketch. Her thoughts drifted further. Or perhaps a walk through the woods. Her home was nestled beside a small stretch of woodland, a quiet sanctuary that had always welcomed her solitude. Sarah was, and had always been, a loner, not out of sadness but by choice. Crowds suffocated her, noise overwhelmed her. But nature understood her. It never judged. It never demanded. Leaving her phone behind, she stepped into the woods, surrendering herself to the serenity that surrounded her. Towering trees embraced her path, their leaves whispering secrets in the wind. The scent of eucalyptus filled the air, drawing her into a tranquil, almost meditative state. She inhaled deeply, allowing the freshness to cleanse her thoughts. Time seemed to dissolve. When her feet grew weary, she settled upon a thick, broken branch, letting herself simply exist within the moment. But nature, in all its beauty, held unpredictability. The drizzle intensified. Rain began to fall, not gently but fiercely. Though she adored the rain, there was something unsettling about excess, something that whispered of danger. Rising quickly, she decided to return home. That was when she heard it. A sound. A low, broken, human sound. A moan. Not of pleasure, of pain. Her body froze. The sound echoed again, accompanied by the heavy crunch of footsteps against damp fallen leaves. Fear surged through her veins, urging her to run, to escape, to protect herself. But curiosity, dangerous and persistent, held her in place. Slowly, cautiously, she hid behind the thick trunks of the trees and peered through the shadows. And then, she saw him. Her breath caught. Before her stood a man, tall, impossibly tall, at least 6.5 feet, his body sculpted with raw strength. He appeared to be in his 30s, yet there was something timeless, something deeply dangerous about him. He was drenched, not in rain, in blood. His blood. Shock ripped through her, and before she could stop herself, she screamed. The sound shattered the silence. His head snapped toward her. Their eyes met, and in that instant, everything changed. He moved with terrifying speed. Before she could even react, he was upon her. His grip was firm, unyielding, as he pulled her into him. Her body froze, her mind blank, her breath stolen. This was it. She was going to die. But instead, his hand covered her mouth, silencing her. He dragged her swiftly behind a massive tree, shielding them both from sight. Her body trembled uncontrollably, tears streaming down her cheeks, wetting his blood-stained hand. Yet he did not notice. He was in pain, far too much pain. Moments later, voices echoed. Men. Dangerous men. "I think Adrian escaped," one shouted. "He must have left the woods," another added. "We find him, and we kill him." Their footsteps faded into the distance. Silence returned. Slowly, carefully, the man released her. Sarah stood there, frozen, her mind unable to process what had just happened. Her eyes fell upon him again. The wounds, the blood, the exhaustion etched into his face. And then, he looked at her. Their eyes locked. His gaze was sharp, piercing, like a blade cutting through her very soul, reading every thought, every fear, every secret she held within. He saw it, her fear. And in that moment, something within him faltered. His strength gave way. His body swayed. And before she could react, Adrian, the godfather, collapsed into her arms.